These are marked. We request that this be marked as Exhibit PI-34 for the second quarter.
Noted.
Madam Witness, anong proseso ang ginamit mo sa paggawa ng evaluation or tabulation na to?
Gaya po ng ginawa ko rin sa OBP, tinabulate ko po ito by date, yung activity and the amount po.
Okay. And familiar ka sa mga ARs na to, Madam Witness?
Opo.
And if shown to you, we will show you some selected examples. Also going to be flashed on the screen. Showing to you Exhibit P-1-17-29 being flashed on the screen. Madam Witness, anong pangalan na nakalagay dito?
Pirma lang po. Ay, di ko po mabasa kung pirma ito, pero wala pong...
Walang pangalan pero may pirma.
Opo.
And anong place na in-issue?
Based po sa dokumento, ang address po is Danao.
At ang date?
February 21, 2023 po.
February 21, 2023 for magkano?
50,000 pesos po for the payment for information.
Okay. Can you read the others? P-17, P-1-17-81, 𝐈𝐸𝐸𝐻.
Nakalagay po, acknowledgement receipt date, February 21, 2023. Received the amount of 100,000 in payment for supplies. Payee, 𝐈𝐸𝐸𝐻, address Malolos.
Malolos. Next, P-1-17-288, Mary Santillan. Saan place in-issue ito? Madam Witness, based on the document.
Based po sa document, ang address po nakalagay is Davao City.
Okay. Anong date nito?
February 21, 2023 po.
The same date, February 21, 2023. Okay. Galing Malolos, pumunta ng Davao, Negros Occidental naman. P-1-17-382, Amilio. Magkano to?
45,000 po in payment for rental safe house.
Ang date
February 21, 2023 po.
and place is
Ang nakalagay po sa dokumento na address is Negros Occidental.
Negros Occidental. For the next one, P-1-17-492. Kaninong pangalan ito?
Pirma lang po.
Walang pangalan, may pirma. Saan naman place binigay ang perang ito?
San Francisco, Agusan del Sur po.
So, from Negros Occidental, pumunta ng Agusan.
Your Honor, please, Your Honor.
Magkano ang... There's no question yet.
Kindly,
Ano ang date?
I know
na
where you're getting at, but kindly finish your question, Counsel.
Anong date ang in-issue nito based on this document?
Ang date po is February 21, 2023.
Okay, the next document.
Counsel for respondent, yes.
Your Honor, can the counsel be reminded not to make any inferences on the document, Your Honor, like from
Counsel-
Malolos, pumunta ng Negros.
Counsel
pumunta
is so
ng Agusan.
reminded, just ask your question to the witness. Let the witness be the one to respond to whatever elicitation or admission you want to get, Counsel. You may
Yes,
proceed.
Your Honor, we will comply, although it's self-evident that all these documents are dated February 21, 2023. Like the next one, P-1-17-493. In the name of Andre Galor. Where was it issued, Madam Witness?
Based po sa document, ang address po is Makati City.
And what date?
February 21, 2023 po.
For what amount, Madam Witness?
100,000 po for the payment of rental safe house.
Okay. And the last in this first set is P-1-17-574. Is there a name? Anong pangalan na nakalagay sa dokumento?
Minda Lacson po.
Anong date?
February 21, 2023.
Anong place?
Negros Oriental po.
Okay. Madam Witness, based on the documents, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Based on the 7 selected documents presented to you, do you confirm that there is only one date of disbursement?
Your Honor, please.
Asked and answered.
February 21, 2023 is the uniform dates in all of these documents, Madam Witness.
Your Honor, please.
I have not yet asked the question.
No,
Ask
you
and answer,
already
Your
did.
Honor.
You already did, Counsel. If it's the uniform date.
Okay, what is, the question is this. What significance can you draw or observation can you make for these 6 documents issued on the same dates in 6 different places from 7, Danao, Malolos, Davao, Negros, Agusan, Makati, Cito Negros, Oriental? What observation can you make, if any, as regards these acknowledgement receipts that you identified?
Based po dito sa mga acknowledgement receipts na to, lahat po sila is dated February 21, 2023 and naibigay po sila sa iba-ibang addresses po na nakalagay dito.
You mentioned earlier on testimony that you have audited many national agencies, correct?
Yes po.
And at least 30, if I recall right. At least 30 national agencies?
Opo.
Okay. Based on your evaluation, how many government or national agencies have had similar submissions on acknowledgement receipts? If you recall, same date, different locations, different names. How many? Based on your recollection, national or local government agencies have submitted acknowledgement receipts of this nature?
Hindi ko na po mabilang pero may mga nagsasabit din po ng acknowledgement receipts po.
Ang tanong sa'yo, acknowledgement receipts na pare-parehong araw pero iba-ibang location. Meron ka bang maalala?
Parang wala. Wala naman po.
Okay. Going now to several acknowledgement receipts, which we will show you. Please go over this. Again, acknowledgement receipts by way of liquidation for the DepEd. Can you please go over this one by one, being flashed on the screen? First is P-1-17-7 for Geraldine Omoy. What date is stated there?
Nakalagay po dito February 25, 2023.
And place?
Nakalagay po sa dokumento na to ang address po is Masbate.
Magkano?
200,000 po for the payment of reward.
Next, P-1-17-87. Kaninong pangalan na nandyan?
Pirma lang po yung nakalagay.
Walang pangalan. Saan in-issue?
Sa Lawag City po.
Anong date?
February 25, 2023 po.
February 25, 2023. For how much?
100,000 po for the payment for supplies.
Okay. P-1-17-88 to to a Mr. Aquino, Jaime Aquino. From Davao City, magkano?
45,000 po.
And what date?
February 25, 2023 po.
Next, P-1-17-127. Whose name is it? What amount and what date?
Pirma lang po, tapos ang date po niya is February 25, 2023. Ang nakalagay po na address is Agusan del Norte.
Next, Madam Witness. Rex Napoles, P-1-17-128. What date, what place, and what amount is stated?
Ang date po is February 25, 2023. 50,000 in payment for transport, rental, or expenses. Ang address po na nakalagay is Olonga po.
P-1-17-169. Madam Witness. Whose name, what is the date, the place, and the amount?
Ang date po is February 25, 2023 in the amount of 40,000 for the payment of information. Address po is Samar.
P-1-17-213. Eduardo Tan. What date and where was it disbursed? And what amount?
Nakalagay po sa dokumento date February 25, 2023. Ang amount po is 150,000 in payment for reward. Ang address po is Masbate.
With the indulgence of counsel, so as not to belabor the point, based on your understanding, Ma'am Silene, yung address po bang nakalagay sa baba? Address kung saan binigay yung pera o address ng tao? Sa pagkakaunawa niyo po
Based po dito dahil po documents evidencing payment, yung address po dito is yung kung saan po binayad.
So ang ibig sabihin, pro forma document po ba yan?
Hindi po to kasama sa annexes sa joint circular.
So hindi to pro forma?
Hindi po.
So sa pagkakaunawa nyo lamang po na ang address na nakalagay dyan, address kung saan binigay.
Yes
Hindi
po.
address kung taga saan sila.
Opo, kasi based po sa ito po ay documents evidencing payment. So, yung address dito is kung saan po binayaran.
And that is reflected in the AUM you issued with respect to the first and second quarter?
Hindi po.
Wala sa AUM yan?
Wala po.
Okay. Counsel, you may proceed.
Mr. Lito Saluderes, P-117-237. What date was it issued or paid? Saan binayad ang pera? Anong date at anong amount?
Ang date po is February 25, 2023. Payment for supplies amounted to 50,000. Ang address po is Lubok.
Pangasinan naman, P-1-17-238. Isang Janine Bartolin. What date was this disbursed?
Ang nakalagay po dito is February 25, 2023 in the amount of 50,000 for payment for supplies po. Ang address Pangasinan.
P-1-17-238. Janine Bartolina. I'm sorry, 369. P-1-17-369. Whose name is this?
Signature lang po.
Walang pangalan. Saan inisyo? Saan binayad itong perang ito?
Compostela Valley po.
P-1-17-391. Luilito Agord. Please state the date it was paid, the place, and the amount.
February 25, 2023 po, payment for rental of safe house amounting to 45,000. Ang address po na nakalagay is Davao City.
Okay. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 remaining acknowledgement receipts here. I'll go over them briefly. Please follow as I mentioned them. P-1-17-418. Only a signature appears. disbursed in Masbate for 50,000. Again, February 25, 2023. P-1-17-430 in the name of Andre Lacerna. Issued, disbursed in Nueva Ecija for 100,000. Again, dated February 25, 2023. Can you go over it? P-1-17-431 in the name of Hamil Haldon, disbursed in Coronadal City for 100,000. Also dated February 25, 2023. An acknowledgement receipt, P-1-17-479. No name, signature only, disbursed in Batangas for the amount of 9,000. Again, dated February 25, 2023. John B. Manta received in Kalinga, Apayao, 50,000 pesos on February 25, 2023. Exhibit P-1-17-480, P-1-17-481. Rona De Vera received 50,000 pesos in South Leyte. Also on February 25, 2023. And lastly, a signature receipt in Abra, 50,000 pesos, P-1-17-540. Also on February 25, 2023. Based on these acknowledgement receipts, do you confirm,
Yes po.
Madam Witness,
Opo.
that what is stated is accurate based on the records?
Based po sa mga acknowledgement receipts po. Opo.
What observation can you make or significance do you draw from these documents presented to you?
Based po dun sa documents na present sa akin, lahat po ito is dated Feb 25, 2023 po with different addresses po na nakalagay.
Okay. And on the same date, disbursements on the same date with different addresses. What observation, if any, can you draw from this?
Yun nga po.
With different addresses,
Opo.
locations. Is this, again, to clarify, is this a place where the money was disbursed or where the money was received?
Your Honor, please. Witness is incompetent, Your Honor, to testify on that matter.
Your Honor, she is competent.
Based
She has
on the
to-
document, again, that was the earlier question of the presiding officer. Address ba to nung binigyan o address to kung saan binigay?
Based po sa document as documents evidencing payment kung saan po binigay yung address.
Okay.
Ang ibig
Kindly continue,
sabihin,
counsel.
ang ibig sabihin kung saan binigay, ang ibig bang sabihin, correct me if I'm wrong, Madam Witness, on the same date, itong mga binigyan ng confidential funds ay nasa different locations ba, Madam Witness?
Based po sa documents, opo.
Okay. And based sa joint circular na sinabi mo, sino dapat ang mag-distribute or mag-disburse ng perang nakalagay dito?
It is the responsibility po ng Special Disbursing Officer.
So, tama bang sabihin, correct me if I'm wrong, kung mali naman ang understanding ko, tama bang sabihin na ang Special Disbursement Officer sa isang araw pinuntahan lahat itong lokasyon na ito?
Your
Tama
Honor-
ba ang interpretation ko?
Your Honor, please.
If she knows, Your Honor, she was the one who evaluated.
Your Honor,
These
that calls for a
documents.
conclusion of fact.
Witness is not competent to answer the question, counsel. Let the document speak for itself. That if indeed the SDO is the only officer authorized to disburse the funds, then clearly it is physically impossible to be in all of these locations in one day. And there was earlier admission that the SDO gave the funds to 𝐾𝐮𝐭𝐫𝐢𝐚, probably even more. So that remains to be seen and proven in the coming days. Please proceed, Counsel.
Who is the special disbursement officer of the DepEd?
Sa DepEd po is si Mr. Edward Fajarda.
And based on your definition of a special disbursement officer, si Mr. Fajarda ang authorized na magbigay ng lahat na ito, Madam Witness?
Yes po.
Okay. Going now.
With the indulgence of counsel, so sa ilalim ng joint circular, siya lang, walang iba.
Yes po, ito po ay nakasama sa kanyang responsibility. At based on item 6.1.1 po, hindi po ito pwedeng i-transfer from one accountable to another.
So, based on these documents, kasi sinabi mo, si Mr. Fajarda, so, makikita naman natin, as observed by the presiding officer, these were many locations in one day. Ngayon, Mr. Fajarda, Special Disbursement Officer, alam mo ba kung may sinabmit na dokumento si Mr. Fajarda na nag-i-indicate sa COA o COA 𝐒𝐵𝐢 na inauthorize niya kung sino mang ibang individual na mag-distribute nitong kapirahan na to sa mga iba-ibang taong ito sa ibang places na to? Meron bang inattach na letter or acknowledgement si Mr. Fajarda o hindi Mr. Fajarda? Yung head of agency, si Vice President o DepEd Secretary Sara Duterte, meron bang siyang sinubmit na authorization na binigay kay Mr. Fajarda kung sino na siyang disbursement officer para i-delegate sa iba ni Mr. Fajarda yung pagpunta sa iba-ibang lugar na to sa isang araw lang? Meron bang dokumentong ganon na authorization ang tinanggap ng office mo?
Ang natanggap po namin na authorization or designation is si BP Sara ang nag-designate kay Mr. Edward Fajarda as Special Disbursing Officer ng Department of Education. Naka-attach po ito dun sa liquidation documents.
So may certification si Vice President kay Mr. Fajarda. Aside from Mr. Fajarda, meron bang ibang pangalan na nakalagay dyan sa dokumento?
Wala po. Ang nakalagay lang po doon is si Mr. Fajarda ang designated na Special Disbursing Officer ng DepEd po for confidential fund.
Okay. Punta naman tayo, last batch na to. Meron naman tayong another list, no? Attached to the response of the Office of the Vice President para sa acknowledgement receipts dated March 15, 2023. Liquidation ng Vice President. Ng DepEd. Again, please go over this acknowledgement receipts.
Ilang mga acknowledgement receipt ang sinusuri naman ho ngayon.
This is for what
testigo,
quarter,
mga
Attorney
kabog.
Kapunan?
This is for the third.
Third,
This is for the same quarter, Your Honor.
first and second
First and second quarter, Your Honor.
of 2023.
Yes, Your Honor. And we're talking about, again, from a list of 1,049 acknowledgement receipts, we have selected a few. Madam Witness, showing to you several selected ones. I'm showing to you, being flashed on the screen, P-1-17-57, and I will go over this list very briefly if you can follow me. Adolfo Molina, date March 15, 2023, Buda Marilog, Davao City for 50,000 pesos. P-1-17-58, walang pangalan, signature only, date March 15, 2023, Tandag, 30,000 pesos. P-1-17-107, wala na namang pangalan, signature only. Binayad sa Puerto Galera, Mindoro, 65,000 pesos, date the same, March 15, 2023. Jeline Espino, Laguna, 50,000 pesos, date March 15, 2023. Walang pangalan, P-1-17, signature only. Date March 15, 2023. Sa Agusan del Norte, 40,000 pesos. Kay Rex Napoles, tumanggap ng 50,000 pesos sa Olongapo. On the same date, March 15, 2023. P-1-17-128. Next, Piano Recto, P-1-17-148 sa Zamboanga City, 40,000 pesos. Mr. Julio Isguera, taga Butuan City, tumanggap ng 100,000 pesos, P-1-17-189, also on March 15, 2023. Are you following, Madam Witness?
Yes.
P-1-17, walang pangalan, signature only, Davao City, 25,000 pesos. Another 50,000 pesos sa walang pangalan, signature only, P-1-17-226 na issued or disbursed in Nabunturan. From Nabunturan, Laguna, 50,000 pesos sa isang Nizel T, P-1-17-227. Isang walang signature, tumanggap sa Dasmariñas, Cavite ng 65,000 pesos, P-1-17-259 on March 15, 2023. Carmen Sevillano, taga Surigao del Norte, tumanggap ng 50,000 on the same date, March 15, 2023, P-1-17-260. Tama?
Opo.
Okay. Can you continue?
Dito po sa
P-1-17-311. P-17-261, walang pangalan, tama? Signature only. Saan naman ito in-issue?
Quezon City
Sa Quezon City for 65,000 pesos. Ito naman, P-1-17-311, walang pangalan, signature, Bacoor, 50,000 pesos. Si Alice Crescencio, tumanggap galing Iligan City, 25,000 pesos. On the same date, March 15, 2023, P-1-17-349. P-1-17-406, walang pangalan, signature lang. Galing naman Tarlac, 50,000 pesos on the same day, March 15, 2023. Walang pangalan, signature lang. Galing Pasay City, tumanggap ng 65,000 pesos, P-1-17-422. Isang signature na tumanggap galing Calbayog, Samar, 45,000 pesos. Walang pangalan, March 15, 2023, P-1-17-423. P-1-17-447, again, no name. Compostela Valley, tumanggap ng 100,000 pesos. On the same day, March 15, 2023, another signature received, hindi mabasa to, San Juan City, unreadable, 30,000 pesos. On the same day, March 15, 2023, P-1-17-468. Another signature received, walang pangalan, sa Aguinaldo, Ifugao, tumanggap ng 100,000 pesos. On March 15, 2023,
Your Honor, please.
P-1-17.
Your Honor, please.
Three more, Your Honor. Four more.
We
Just
get the
for-
point, counsel. We get the point, and it's in the tabulation anyway of the witness.
Okay. Now, Madam Witness, sa mga binasa natin at sa mga na-observe mo, anong significance nitong acknowledgement receipts na pinakita sa'yo?
Ito po ang proof of payments po ng confidential fund. And based po dito, all dated March 15, 2023 with different addresses po.
All dated.
March 15, 2023.
So, sino dapat, based on your circular, ang nag-disburse nitong mga pondong to?
Ang dapat po mag-disburse ay ang Special Disbursing Officer.
At sino nga ang special disbursing officer na yan?
Ito po ay sa DepEd po si Mr. Edward Fajarda.
Kung hindi naman, kasi nung binabasa ko to, no? Kasi ako, Marvel Comics ang binabasa ko. Superman ang favorite ko. Kung hindi man Superman ang isang SDO, kaya ba niyang puntahan? Sa palagay mo,
Your Honor, please.
lahat na ito.
Your Honor, please.
Yes, counsel for
The
respondent.
question is speculative, Your Honor.
What is speculative about Superman? He can fly anywhere
It's a
in one day.
hypothetical question.
Counsel, move on. Move
I
on,
will
counsel.
move on, Your Honor.
We get
Now,
your point.
Madam Witness, what other documents? Although, can we ask that Superman remain on record? Your Honor?
We did not strike it off, counsel. Just the presiding officer simply asked you to move on.
Madam Witness, what other documents, if any, ano pang mga dokumento, apart from this, apart from this acknowledgement receipts for the first and second quarter constituting 1,049 documents. 1,049 documents for the first quarter and second quarter. I'm sorry.
You're in DepEd already, counsel.
561 and 619, Your Honor. Or 1,180 for the DepEd. Anong other documents ang inattach ng DepEd?
To support po the payment of rewards, nag-attach po sila ng certifications from relevant partners, specifically the Armed Forces of the Philippines po.
And itong mga certifications ng armed forces, if shown to you, would you be able to identify them?
Yes po.
Okay. Showing to you. Showing to you a certification dated January 1, 2024, issued by Colonel Manaros M. Buransing, marked as Exhibit P-1-22-A, stipulated upon by the Defense Counsel, Your Honor, Respondent. Certification dated December 30, 2023, issued by Colonel Carlos B. Sangandaan Jr., previously marked Exhibit P-1-22B, likewise stipulated upon, common exhibit with the defense or respondent. Certification dated December 5, 2023, issued by Colonel Magtanggol Panopio, marked as Exhibit P-1-22-C, up to P-1-22-C-1, again stipulated by counsel for the respondent, and certification issued by Colonel Adonis R. Badjao, previously marked as Exhibit P-1-22D, showing to you these exhibits, Madam Witness, and as well being flashed on the screen for easy reference of this honorable court. What relation to these certifications, which are both prosecution and defense exhibits, what do these certifications have in relation to this certification you said was issued by the armed forces?
These are the same certifications po na naka-attach sa kanilang response.
Anong significance naman ng certifications na to?
Dito po sa certification na to, inattach po nila ito bilang proof of success of the information gathering and or surveillance activities.
At ito bang proof of success compliant sa circular na pinagbasihan mo?
During my evaluation po, opo, nag-compliant po ito dun sa joint circular.
Okay. What action, if any, pagkatapos na-receive itong certification, ito ba yung sinabi ni Attorney Wamil na pro forma? Hindi.
Hindi po, iba po yun.
Ngayon, ano ang actions taken by your office with regards to this certification, if any?
Ito po, based po sa evaluation, ito po ay compliant po sa joint circular.
Okay. At anong inisyu nyo, if any?
For the first and second quarter po ng 2023 for the DepEd, we issued po a credit notice.
Anong ibig sabihin? What do you mean by a credit notice?
A credit notice po is issued pagkatapos ng evaluation ng documents, yung liquidation documents po are found in order po and passed in audit na.
Okay. Ngayon, itong credit notice na in-issue, ito ba ay final?
Ang credit notice po, meron po sa Rules and Regulation of Settlement of Accounts na pwede pong ma-reopen ang settled account na gaya po nung pag nag-issue kami ng credit notice, pwede pa po itong ma-reopen.
What reason would you have for reopening a credit notice?
Under the RRSA po, account settled can be reopened if before the expiration nung 3 years after the settlement is nagkaroon po ng yung transaction is tainted with fraud, collusion, and new material evidence po were discovered during the 3-year period po na yun.
Okay. We now go, Madam Witness. Punta naman tayo sa third quarter ng liquidation ng confidential funds ng DepEd. Anong participation mo dito?
Ako po ang task na mag-evaluate sa response ng DepEd for the third quarter of 2023.
And what did you do, if any?
Currently po, this is still under evaluation and review pa po.
Sinabi mo na ikaw ang in charge ng pag-evaluate. What did you evaluate?
Nung ma-issue po nung August 8, 2024 yung Audit Observation Memorandum, nag-submit po ang Department of Education ng response noong August 27, 2024.
Nag-mention ka. You mentioned an AOM. If shown to you, would you be able to identify the same?
Yes po.
Showing to you, Madam Witness. An AOM. Please go over it. This was, for the record, this was previously marked as Exhibit P-1-21-C. It is an AOM dated August 8, 2024. Stipulated upon by defense counsel or counsel for the respondent. Is this the same
Yes.
document that you received?
Yes po, ito po yung same Audit Observation Memorandum na in-issue po namin sa DepEd.
Okay. On the third page, please go to the third page. There appears to be a signature over the name Nilda Plaras. Whose signature is this, if you know?
Si Assistant Commissioner Nilda Plaras po ang officer in charge ng 𝐒𝐿FAO nung panahon na na-issue tong
And you
AOM.
said earlier you're familiar with her signature.
Yes po.
Now, what were the findings in this AOM?
Yung AOM po na ito is na-issue because first, yung submitted liquidation documents lack documents evidencing payment. Pangalawa po, yung payment of rewards were not supported with documents evidencing success. Yung third po is hindi nakalagay sa PFP yung specific confidential activities na magiging basis ng disbursement for confidential fund. Pang-apat po, yung disbursement voucher, hindi nakalagay yung specific period or duration ng implementation po ng confidential activities. At yung panglima po, meron pong pinaggamitan yung confidential fund na purchase of information relative to car loan scams whose victims are mostly personnel of the Department of Education.
Madam Witness, this document is being flashed on the screen. Let us go to your first finding. Okay. Ano ang dahilan kung dahil nag-issue ka ng finding na yan? Yung first finding na sinabi mo.
Hindi po ito po yung first finding, hindi po kasi nasubmit yung documents evidencing payment po to support the liquidation. Kaya po nakasama siya sa AOM.
And what is the significance of this non-submission, if any?
Hindi po namin makikita kung sino-sino po yung binayaran at recipients nung confidential fund. Dito po kasi makikita yon sa documents evidencing payments.
Okay. Yung second finding mo na naka-flash sa screen, ano ang significance nitong finding mo?
Based po dun sa sinabit nila na accomplishment report, meron pong pinaggamitan ng payment of rewards amounting to 6,371,000 na wala pong attachment ng documents evidencing success po.
Okay. And your third findings?
Hindi po nakalagay sa physical and financial plan yung specific confidential activities na paggagamitan ng confidential fund.
Why is this significant?
Para po ma-check kung paano nila dito po kasi sa physical and financial plan, dito nakikita kung paano nila gagamitin yung confidential fund nila. Eh dito po sa sinabit nila, hindi naka-specify kung anong confidential activities po.
Okay. Yung fourth finding ninyo.
Yung
Ano itong significance kung bakit nakalagay dyan sa AOM?
Under item 6.1.5 po ng joint circular, dapat nakalagay sa disbursement voucher yung duration ng implementation ng cash ng project. Pero yung naka-attach po na disbursement voucher, hindi po nakalagay yung period.
Okay. And your last finding? What is the reason? Bakit nakalagay yan sa AOM?
Yun pong accomplishment report nila, meron po silang ibinayad for purchase of information for, dun nga po, relative to car loan scams na hindi kasama dun sa enumeration at hindi intended to support the mandate of the operation of the Department of Education. Kaya po, nakasama po siya sa AOM.
Okay. Madam Witness, after this AOM was issued and you have furnished the DepEd, correct?
Opo.
Ano ang ginawa ng DepEd, if any?
Nung na-receive po nila ito, nag-submit po sila ng response noong August 27, 2024.
Your Honor, please, this response being referred to by the witness is a stipulated document. It is Exhibit P-1-21-D, now being shown to the witness.
Ilan pang mga dokumento, mga stipulated documents, mga kaumbo, ang sinusuri ho ng witness o testigo ng House Prosecution Panel. Nagpapatuloy pa rin po ang day number 14 ng impeachment trial laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Sa ngayon ay wala pa pong abiso mula sa Senate Impeachment
Madam
Court
Witness, is this the
kung kailan
same
po tatapusin pansamantala itong umaga-adjourn ngayong araw ang court. Balik ko tayo sa direct examination na Attorney Lorna Capula.
And Madam Witness, what documents, if you recall, were attached to this response of the DepEd?
Nag-submit po sila ng mga acknowledgement receipts as documents evidencing payments. Nag-submit din po sila ng mga certification from the Armed Forces of the Philippines to support the payment of rewards po. And nag-submit din po sila ng accomplished na disbursement voucher na nakalagay po ron yung period covered by the cash advance.
Okay. You mentioned several acknowledgement receipts and we have selected a few acknowledgement receipts. Your Honor, please, the import of these acknowledgement receipts are the same as the first and second set. They indicate, Your Honor, and by way of manifestation, they indicate that all of these acknowledgement receipts were issued and the amounts disbursed on one date, August 9, 2023, to different people in different locations.
Does the witness have a tabulation and or summary?
Yes po,
Yes, Your
Honor.
Honor, we have a tabulation and summary.
Previously marked? Not yet, counsel.
It has not been marked, Your Honor, and we request that this, after identification by the witness, be marked as Exhibit P-I-35. Tabulation being shown or being furnished, counsel for the respondent and this honorable court.
Kindly furnish counsel for respondent as well as the presiding officer with a copy of her tabulation. Ms. Sailin, kayo po ang gumawa ng tabulation na to?
Opo.
Tulad ng paghahanda, tabulation na ginawa ninyong nauna ninyong ginawa para sa ibang quarters ng OVP at ng DepEd?
Yes po, Your Honor.
You may proceed, counsel.
Your Honor, please, this tabulation. Okay. On its face, this tabulation will show the acknowledgement receipts. And as earlier indicated, we will dispense with going over selected acknowledgement receipts, the purpose of which principally is to show that one single disbursement officer, Mr. Fajarda, issued on August 9, 2023, to several locations from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao on one date, Your Honor. And I can ask the witness to confirm this based on the documents.
Not all, counsel, but several.
Several selected documents.
Yes.
I can name the markings P-1-17, 1246, P-1- all P-1-17, submark 1246, 1247, 1281, 1320, 1321, 1361, 1398, 1399, 1435, 1486, 1587, 1626, 1627, 1628, 1745, 1820, 1871, and 1872, all indicating several recipients, several locations, one date, and I will ask the witness, who is the disbursing officer for this third quarter of the DepEd?
Ang SDO po ng DepEd ay si Mr. Edward Fajarda.
And by virtue of his function, it is the Mr. Fajarda who presumably, Madam Witness, disbursed these amounts.
Yes po.
Any authorization from the DepEd Secretary, Vice President Sara Duterte, indicating or designating another person outside Mr. Fajarda to disburse these various amounts in various places on this date, Madam Witness. Any document attached to the submission?
Wala po. Yung designation lang po ni Mr. Fajarda.
Among these, just for the record, Your Honor, among these submissions is the name of Joel Chu. Wow. He,
That's not true, counsel. That's true.
yes, Your Honor. Upon verification by this representation, he denies any family connection, Your Honor. It is.
Proceed, counsel.
The signature, Madam Witness, will you go to this document?
Yes po.
The signature is in Chinese character. Can we ask fellow prosecutor to identify his signature?
That would be self-serving, counsel. Move on, counsel. Move
Okay, Madam Witness, outside these acknowledgement receipts, you said that there was no separate document indicating any authorized officer to disburse these amounts in different places on said date. Madam Witness, you confirm that?
Yes po.
Okay, outside acknowledgement receipts, what other document was submitted by way of liquidation?
To support po the payment of rewards, they submitted certifications from the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
And if these certifications are shown to you, Madam Witness, would you be able to identify the same?
Yes po.
Showing to you, Madam Witness, and being flashed on the screen with the kind indulgence of the Honorable Presiding Officer, there is a certification dated September 25, 2023, issued by 𝐃𝐮𝐭𝐞𝐬𝐿 Mendoza, Prosecution Exhibit P-1-22-E, stipulated as well by the defense. Certification dated December 10, 2023, P-1-22-F, also issued by 𝐒𝐿 Mendoza, Exhibit P-1-22G is a certification dated December 12, 2023, issued by an Adonis R. Badjao, likewise a defense exhibit, Your Honor, certification dated July 1, 2024, issued by a certain Darren E. Comia, Prosecution's Exhibit P-1-22-8. All certifications, Your Honor, are likewise defense documents. What?
Do you confirm, Madam Witness, that these were part of the submissions of the DepEd?
Yes po, kasama po yan sa response nila sa AOM for the third quarter
Okay.
po.
Okay. What relation do these certifications have to the one you mentioned? Are they the same?
Yes po, pareho pong certification.
And what observations have you made as regards this certification?
Currently po, the review and evaluation po nung compliance na ito ng Department of Education po is under review pa po at evaluation.
Okay. In connection with earlier certifications, which I asked you, you mentioned certain credit notice. And you said that this credit notice says, which you issued, is not final.
Yes
Correct?
po.
Now, tell us, what would be the grounds for opening a credit notice, if you know?
Ang account po na settled can be reopened kasi po if the transaction is tainted with fraud, collusion, or new material evidence were discovered before mag-expire yung 3-year period po ng settlement ng account.
Okay, so you're saying that even if, because of the certifications submitted as to these activities, a credit notice was issued in the 3-year period, your office, 𝐶OA, can reopen on the ground of, what are these grounds again?
If the transaction is tainted with fraud, collusion, or
What do you mean by fraud in the transactions?
may anomalya po sa paggamit po nung pondo.
Okay. Ano pa?
And new material evidence were discovered po before the expiration of the 3-year period.
The second ground. And the third ground is?
Yun po. May na-discover po na material evidence po before the expiration of the 3-year period.
Okay. Now, Madam Witness, what is the current status of the evaluation of the response? You said earlier na dahil sa action taken by the 𝐶OA, nag-respond ang DepEd. What is the status of that response?
Ini-evaluate pa po
For the
na
third quarter, September 30, July 12 to September 30, 2023, if you know.
this is until under evaluation and review pa po.
Under evaluation.
Opo.
Bakit hanggang ngayon under evaluation?
Ito po ay under evaluation pa din hanggang ngayon kasi po this transaction po composed of voluminous documents na kailangang pag-aralan, and sa review process po namin, pagkatapos ko po itong ma-evaluate, iaakyat ko po ito sa aking division chief na extensive din po ang kanyang pagdadaan ng review, and after po sa division chief, aakyat pa po ito sa officer in charge ng 𝐒𝐶FAO for further review po. And sa 𝐒𝐶FAO po kasi kulang po kami sa manpower, and marami po kaming nare-receive na iba-ibang documents from different agencies po na meron ding ganito karaming mga documentations po. And itong mga agencies po ito, fair po ang aming pag-treat sa kanila, kaya po binibigyan namin ng pansin lahat po.
Okay, now Madam Witness. In his testimony, when asked, Attorney Mr. Wamil said that based on his evaluation, during the period that he was there with the 𝐶OA-𝐈𝐸𝐄, he made a finding that these documents submitted by the OVP and the DepEd for that particular period he was in the 𝐶OA-𝐈𝐸𝐄 were irregular, based on the guidelines or based on the joint circular that you cited.
Yes.
To you, Madam Witness, you who took over these same documents that were submitted and who made your own independent valuation, what would you say are these documents? What can you say about these documents submitted by the OVP and the DepEd based on your post-audit evaluation?
Yung sa OBP po, ito ay irregular po dahil hindi po ito naging compliant sa joint circular. During the time naman po na in-evaluate ko ang Department of Education, compliant po sila sa joint circular. Pero gaya nga po ng nasabi, pwede pong may reopen itong settled account ng Department of Education po. Opo.
Okay. Merong sinite si Attorney Wamil na prima facie evidence. No? You're not a lawyer, but under accounting rules, tama ba yung interpretation na pag hindi kompleto, if the document submitted based on 8.3 of the joint circular, if the documents submitted by way of liquidation of confidential funds are not complete, ano ang epekto nito based on the circular?
Under po sa joint circular, dun sa under 8.1 nga po, failure of the accountable officer to liquidate is a prima facie evidence na this is for nagamit po ito for personal use and benefit.
Okay. Now, you said that prima facie failure of the accountable officer. At earlier, tinanong ka ang accountable officer ng OVP is the head of agency. Meaning, sino yon?
Si Vice President Sara Duterte po.
At sa DepEd naman, sino ang head of agency?
During the time po nung 2023, it is Vice President Sara Duterte din po.
And under 8.3, ang presumption is naging use, to quote, paki-quote, use for personal.
Sabi po sa 8.3, failure of the accountable officer to liquidate is a prima facie evidence that he or she used the missing funds for personal use and benefit.
Madam Witness. Okay. My last question to you, Madam Witness. Let's go back to this hearing in the Committee on Good Government Accountability. And there is an admission there, Madam Witness, in your testimony here that you, in that hearing, Gina Acosta, Chief of Staff of the VP, admitted, of the SDO, I'm sorry, admitted to transferring confidential funds, tama, to Colonel La Chica.
Your
Yes.
Honor, please.
There's no
Yes,
question yet,
Council
Your Honor.
Correspondent.
Your Honor, the exact wordings of the council cannot be verified without, reflecting the TSNs that she is referring to.
Your Honor, I'm referring to the testimony of this witness. Besides, in the previous hearing, there is judicial notice already of the TSNs.
No, that's not it, Counsel. Witness already admitted in her earlier testimony that she was there when Gina Acosta testified before the House of Representatives and heard her testify. Based on her recollection of what she said, she may answer. Kindly finish your last question, Counsel.
I forgot. You repeat my question. What did I say? Wala pa akong question. Okay. Based on this admission of Gina Acosta that indeed confidential funds were transferred, the disbursement of confidential funds were transferred to Colonel La Chica. What about in relation to the DepEd funds?
May nabanggit din po noon si Mr. Fajarda na binibigay niya yung confidential fund kay Colonel Nolasco po.
Again,
May naging admission under oath.
may admission then under oath. In the same hearing, Madam Witness,
Yes po.
what was that admission?
Sinabi din po ni Mr. Edward Fajarda na SDO ng DepEd na binibigay po niya yung cash advance for confidential fund kay Colonel Nolasco.
Okay. And who is this Fajarda?
Siya po ang Special Disbursing Officer ng Department of Education.
And who is Nolasco?
Isa po siya sa mga, part po siya ng Vice Presidential and Security Protection Group.
So our understanding is in the Office of the Vice President, an admission of Gina Acosta that disbursement was given to some other person. The same admission was made by the DepEd SDO, Fajarda, that disbursement of the funds was given to somebody else. Madam Witness?
Yes po, tama po.
And what observation? As a COA, 𝐒𝐿FAO, State Auditor, what significance or observation can you make from these admissions by both Gina Acosta and Fajarda?
This is a violation po of the joint circular, specifically yung item 6.1.1 na hindi dapat ito i-transfer from one accountable officer to another.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, Counsel. It's 2:28. I promised the Senate President we will finish by 2:30 so that we can convene session at 3 p.m. Counsel for Respondent, Attorney Christine, can you do your cross tomorrow instead of today?
I can, Your Honor.
Your Honor, before I turn over to our head, Your Honor, may I make just this manifestation for the record, just to clear.
Yes, Counsel.
For
but-
avoidance, Your Honor, although we did mark the tabulations and summaries, Your Honor, for avoidance of doubt and for the record, the authenticity of the ARs are deemed established when the parties agreed and agreed with the dispensing of identification, Your Honor.
Your Honor, please.
So noted.
Thank you,
Your Honor, please. Just a counter manifestation to her statement. Your
You may
Honor.
do so, Counsel,
Yeah,
before
there
we
was no
adjourn.
such admission, Your Honor, and there was no dispensing of identification of the ARs. Precisely, that is what the witness did in today, Your Honor. Thank you.
It is without prejudice to Counsel for Respondent crossing the witness using their copies of the AR which reminds the presiding officer to also remind the council for the respondent to kindly submit copies of their pre-marked documents, specifically the ARs covering the last quarter of 2022 and the first 3 quarters of 2023 for both the OVP and the DepEd insofar as the first 3 quarters of 2023 is concerned. If not within today, by tomorrow, Council. Attorney Christine?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll do that.
Thank you very much. What is the pleasure of Senator Judge Zubiri?
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, I could see that having the sessions for the impeachment court in the morning, we have to put a halt because of the session in the afternoon. May I make a suggestion that in the last week when we did our sessions, we only took about 2 to 3 hours the most tackling our legislative calendar. May I make a suggestion that we move our legislative sessions in the morning at 10 and then have the impeachment trial at 3 in the afternoon so that we are not hampered by our legislative calendar. When discussions such as these are important, when you present evidence and the cross will be done by the counsels for the respondent, hindi po mapuputol yung kanilang discussion. Mr. President, hanggang sawa tayo, pwede tayo dito from 3 to 10 ng gabi. That way, lahat ng tao po ay makakapanood din ng mga sagot nila. And at the same time, we can do our work and maybe hasten the proceedings of the impeachment trial, Mr. President. That's my simple suggestion, and I would like to make it into a proper motion, Mr. President. Of course, giving leeway to the Senate, to the impeachment presiding officer, which days he would want to do it. Your Honors, my dear colleagues.
The point of the Senator Judge Zubiri is well taken. I think we should adjust as the need arises our session and or the impeachment trial, subject to a day's notice, I guess, to the parties before we shift. Hindi naman pwedeng the following day agad kung sakasakaling gagawin natin. But if ever we will do it, subject to notice to the parties. Yes, Senator Judge Pia. Cayetano.
Mr. Presiding Judge and Senate President, I recall we discussed this in caucus. So can we just go back into caucus? Because there were reasons we decided on this. So may I humbly suggest that we, take a moment and just discuss this in caucus. Plus, the minority floor leader is not here right now. So may I just humbly request that we have this discussion. Thank you.
We won't do it yet anytime soon anyway, Senator Judge Pia. Not anytime
Yes, maybe
soon.
we can make a
Certainly
decision.
not this week.
Mr. Presiding Officer, maybe we can make a decision by tomorrow. We can wait for the minority floor leader to attend today, and we can discuss it on caucus, and maybe by tomorrow the presiding officer can make a decision.
Yes, what is the pleasure of Senator Judge 𝐂𝐕𝐄
Yes, because I remember not too long ago, our majority floor leader even brought up the idea of starting 30 minutes after, from 10 o'clock to 10:30. And then it was suggested by our other colleague that we discuss it in caucus together. So let's afford the same time for such decisions, right? I mean,
So-
we can't do it right away.
Yeah, Mr.
Again,
President,
we're not in a hurry to decide on this matter.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I'm just laying the predicate.
Yes.
It's best that we discuss this in open court now, and hindi po mabulaga sila na by Monday, iba na yung schedule. Tama po yung sinabi mo, we'll give them enough time to make the
Reset.
adjustments. But I'd like to put that notice because last week we only had 2 hours of session.
At least for
And
the
sayang po,
parties,
Mr. President,
for the
Mr.
parties
Presiding
and Senator
Officer.
judges to keep that in mind, that there is such a possibility should we decide to
Yes.
do that after caucus.
And I think this is more important, Mr. President. The impeachment trial, we do it proceed with, of course, with how do you say, swiftly, so that, they say justice delayed is justice denied. So This way, people have more time to listen to the arguments of both sides. Kasi like last week, we only had 2 hours, Mr. President, Mr. Presiding Officer, per session. Umuwi tayo ng 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 5:30. Sayang din naman ito pa oras para sa impeachment court. I just put that on the table for everyone to digest, and maybe we can make a decision by tomorrow. Thank you, gentlemen.
Again, the points of the good gentleman are well taken, but we shall decide at the appropriate time after caucus. There being no other matters to be taken up, trial is adjourned until tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Your Honor.
Yes, the Honorable Chua.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, naunawaan po namin na ngayon po ang submission ng mga pangalan po ng mga testigo para po sa susunod na linggo dahil ngayon po ay Martes. Subalit meron pa po kaming 3 mga testigo na
nakapila.
nakasalang base po sa subpoena na in-issue po ng impeachment court. Sila po ay si Miss Marivic Pareja, Gina Acosta, at si Edward Farda. Dahil po dito, kung inyo pong mamarapatin, Your Honor, ay bigyan po kami ng pagkakataon na bukas na magsumiti na lamang ng aming mga testigo. Depende po sa magiging resulta ng hearing.
Tama po kayo, kaya hindi yan hiniling ng presiding officer dahil may 3 pa tayong testigong nakapila na na-issue na ng subpoena para mag-attend ng pagdinig bukas. At kung hindi natin sila matatapos bukas, mag-i-issue tayo ng panibagong subpoena dun sa hindi matatalakay bukas. At kung sino mang karagdagan testigong nais nyo idagdag para sa susunod na linggo.
Maraming salamat po, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. There being no other business to attend to and to take up and discuss, trial is hereby adjourned until tomorrow, August 12 at 10 a.m.
Tuluyan na hong natapos ang day 14 ng trial laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte, mga kapupo. Mamaya, kuha tayo ng report mula po sa ating mga kasamahan dyan sa may loob ng mataas na kapulungan o ng Senado ng Pilipinas. Recap po tayo dito sa day number 14 o ika-14 na araw ho ng trial laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Pero isa po sa mga kapuna-puna o isa po sa mga tumatak ngayong araw, ito hong napakaraming mga pangalan na medyo hindi ho ganun ka-common, hindi po ganun ka-normal yung kanilang pagkakagamit. At ilan pa sa mga ito ay meron lamang pong pirma, no? Doon sa mga ipinakitang mga acknowledgement receipt kanina, may pirma lamang pero walang actual na pangalan. So isinumite ng Office of the Vice President itong mga acknowledgement receipt para ipakita na meron ngang tumanggap ng pera mula sa Confidential and Intelligence Fund ng Office of the Vice President at ng Department of Education. Kanya nga lang, doon po sa mga acknowledgement receipt, walang nakalagay na actual na pangalan pero pirma meron. So ang nangyari ho kanina, ang kino-question ho ng House Prosecution Panel, paano nagkaroon ng pirma gayong wala namang pangalan? Yan ay asahan po nating masasagot din po ng defense team kapag nabigyan na po sila ng pagkakataon na magpresenta rin ng kanilang mga ebidensya at kanilang mga testigo. Bukas mga kabumbo, susundan po ito ng cross-examination sa panig po ng defense team. At babalik po muli ang testigo ho ngayon na ipresenta ng House panel, si Auditor Zailin Del Campo. Mula po siya sa Commission on Audit, mga kabombo. Ang opisina po niya ay ang opisinang nag-audit doon sa mga confidential at intelligence fund ng iba't ibang mga government agencies. Kabilang dito ang Department of Education at ang Office of the Vice President. Noong nagkaroon po ng CIF o Confidential at Intelligence Fund, ang dalawang nabanggit na opisina under sa leadership ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Isa pa sa mga nabanggit ho kanina, na bunyag ho kanina, ay yung pagkakatransfer ng confidential funds mula sa Office of the Vice President patungo po sa Vice President Special Protection Group or Security ng Vice Presidente, no? Sa pamamagitan po ni Colonel Raymond Dante Lachica. Ang sabi ho ni Commission on Audit Auditor Zailin Del Campo kanina, yun po ay matatawag na irregular. hindi po regular yung pag-transfer ng confidential funds mula sa Office of the Vice President patungo po sa Vice President Security Group. Yung transfer di umano ay nangyari upon the instruction of Vice President Sara Duterte batay doon sa Office of the Vice President Special Disbursing Officer Gina Acosta, or I mean doon sa testimonya ni Gina Acosta. So lumalabas na si VP Sara, si Vice President Sara Duterte ang nag-instruct para ho dun sa pagkakatransfer ng confidential at intelligence fund via Special Disbursing Officer Gina Acosta. Ang transaction, mga kabombo, ay nagva-violate daw, lumalabag, isang matatawag na direct violation ng COA DBM or Commission on Audit Department of Budget and Management Joint Circular number 2015-01. Ito po yung nagsisilbing parang constitution sa pag-audit po ng or gabay sa pag-audit po ng mga intelligence at confidential funds. Kaya ho, sabi ho ni Del Campo kanina, kaya po naglabas ang Commission on Audit ng Notice of Disallowance dahil napaka-irregular po ang nangyaring ito. At hanggang sa ngayon, mga kabombo, ay nagsisilbing go-to ito hong Commission on Audit, Department of Budget and Management Joint Circular 2015-01. Ito ho pa rin yung nagsisilbing pangunahing pinagbabasehan ng Commission on Audit, yung mga auditor nito kung nakakakita ho sila ng irregular na nangyayari doon sa mga confidential at intelligence fund ng Office of the Vice President at ng Department of Education. Yan po ay unang nabanggit nitong si Attorney Wamil doon sa kanyang pagtestimonya ho dati na sinundan naman ni Attorney o ni Auditor Zailin del Campo. Kaya mahalaga din na malaman ho natin yung mga nilalaman nitong joint circular ng Commission on Audit at ng Department of Budget and Management dahil dapat sumusunod dyan or nakasalig ho dyan ang lahat ng mga transaction na pinapasok ng mga government agencies may kaugnayan sa confidential at intelligence fund. Hindi lang basta gastos. Ang ilan ho kasi sa mga nabunyag ho kanina, mga kabombo, ay yun hong pagkakagamit sa confidential at intelligence fund sa ilang mga bagay na wala namang kaugnayan sa intelligence or sa intelligence gathering or sa security. Yan po ay isa sa mga pangunahing nabanggit ng House Prosecution Panel. Ang nabunyag kanina, may ilan ho dito malalaking pondo na nagamit sa Christmas party. Sa unang tingin, sa facial level lamang, magagamit ang intelligence fund or confidential funds sa Christmas party, tree planting activity, medyo napaka-questionable sa unang tingin. Although, kailangan din po nating marinig or matunghayan kung ano yung magiging contention ho dito ng Office of the Vice President or contention ho dito ng Department of Education or sa kabuuan ng defense team ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Matutunghayan po natin yan kapag nagkaroon na po ng or nabigyan na po ng pagkakataon or time na para sa defense team na magpresenta ng kanilang mga ebidensya at ng kanilang mga testigo o mga witness. Pero sa ngayon, ika nga, the other side of the coin pa lamang po ang ating po nakikita at hindi pa po natin nakikita yung flipping of the coin. Kaya ho, hintay-hintay ho tayo bago tayo maggawa ng mga conclusion tungkol ho rito, mga kabombo. Pero tulad ng ating nababanggit kanina, marami ho yung mga nailabas ng House Prosecution Panel including yung iba't ibang mga pangalan, mga controversial na pangalan. Meron pang anong tinatawanan ni Attorney Kapunan kanina, Mako Cheese or Mako Queso. Kung translate natin yan sa English, parang mac and cheese. Diba? Mac and cheese ang isa po sa mga kilalang pagkain, lalo sa western countries, mga kabombo, European, or even sa American continent, mga bansang nasa ilalim po ng American continent, North and South America, mga kabombo. No? So, well, kabilang lamang ho yan doon sa mga, kung titignan mo at facial value, parang nakakatawang mga pangalan. Nakakatawa at mga unusual na pangalan. No? Unusual dahil hindi po gaanong ginagamit or wala kang gaanong marinig na mga ganitong pangalan. Even yung mga pangalan na ginagamitan po ng mga kilalang mga surname or mga apelyido, 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐄, Ontiveros, Revilla, Lapid, at iba pa. No? Even yung mga pangalan na kapangalan po ng mga technological gadget, no? Cellphone, no? Ang pangalan po ng cellphone na naging apelyido ho ng tao. Prutas, no? May mango kanina no? Na nababanggit po doon. And of course, yung isa pang controversial na pangalan, yung Piatos, na isa po sa mga lumabas muli kaninang tanghali doon sa naging direct examination ni Attorney Lorna Kapunan. Bukas, tulad po ng ating nababanggit kanina, muli pong babalik bilang muli pong tatayo sa witness stand si Zailin Del Campo para ho dito sa cross-examination ng defense team, mga kabombo. So abangan din po natin bukas kung paano po ang magiging diskarte ho dito ng defense team, and hopefully hindi na ganun kahaba pa yung mangyayaring cross-examination, ano? Kasi kung babalikan po natin noong nakalipas na mga araw, nakalipas na trial day, medyo mahaba-haba rin ang pag cross-examine ni Attorney Michael Powa doon sa nauna hong auditor ng Commission on Audit, si Attorney Roderick Wamil. No? Ngayon, kung mapapansin po ninyo, kakaunti na lamang po yung objection na ni-raise ng defense team. Doon sa later part na lamang po ng direct examination ni Attorney Lorna Kapunan, doon na lamang po sila nag-raise ng kanilang mga objections. Isa ho dito, isa sa mga kapuna-puna na objection ay doon po sa pag-ulit-ulit ni Attorney Lorna Kapunan doon sa mga pangalan na sabi nga niya, controversial na pangalan. Kasama na rin po dyan yung inuulit-ulit na Attorney Kapunan, yung mga nabalikan or iba't ibang mga lugar kung saan po inilabas yung mga confidential and intelligence fund. No, I mean, yung nakalagay na address doon sa acknowledgement receipt. Ang sabi ho kasi ng Commission on Audit, doon sa mga acknowledgement receipt na yan, nakalagay din po kung saang lugar inilabas yung pondo. No? Ang kwento ho dito is that doon sa bawat acknowledgement receipt, may pangalan, may signature, may kaukulang halaga ng pera. No? At yung natunghayan natin kanina, parang ang pinakamura or pinakamaliit na halaga ay 30,000 lang eh. No? Ang malalaking halaga 100,000, 150,000, 110,000, no? Na mga pambili or as payment for information, payment for supplies, iba't ibang mga payment, mga kabombo. Pero lahat ng ito, ang common denominator, nagmula doon sa pundo na matatawag na confidential at intelligence fund under sa Office of the Vice President at sa Department of Education. Para sa wrap-up, ngayon pong day 14, maki-update tayo sa pamagitan ni Bombo Angelo Aganan. Bombo Angelo.
Bombo Genesis. Bombo Genesis.
So, Bujelo, kuha tayo ng wrap-up. Anong, after nitong day 14, anong nakuha mo dyan?
Yes, Bombo Genesis. Nag-adjourn na nga itong ika-labing at sa ikalawang o second batch nitong pagdinig kaninang hapon sa pagharap nito ni Supervisor State Auditor Zailin Del Campo, Bombo Genesis, ay binunyag niya na nagkaroon umano ng hearing ang Committee on Good Governance and Accountability noong November 2024 kung saan dito lumabas na sinabi nitong si Special Disbursement Officer ng Office of the Vice President as Gina Acosta na sa direktiba umano ni Vice President Sara Duterte ay binigay ang mga na-withdrawng pera mula sa confidential funds kay Colonel Raymond Lachica na bahagi ng head of Vice Presidential and Security Group. Kaya dahilan daw dito, Bombo Genesis, katulad ng sinabi mo kanina, ay naglabas ng notice of disallowance itong Commission on Audit dahil na kitaan nila ng irregularidad itong aksyon ng Office of the Vice President sapagkat hindi ito akma doon sa ipinapatupad ng Joint Circular Memorandum ng Commission on Audit sapagkat ang nakalagay doon, Bombo Genesis, ang tanging SDO lamang o ang Special Disbursement Officer ang maaaring mag-disburse ng mga pera na mula sa confidential funds. Kaya't pinapabalik itong 375 million pesos na confidential funds na na-withdraw ng Office of the Vice President. At ayon dito kay Del Campo, ang may pananagutan dito, Bombo Genesis, ay si VP Sara, si SDO Gina Acosta, Chief Accountant Julieta Villaderley at Colonel Raymond Lachica sapagkat ipinaliwanag niya na si Vice President Sara Duterte ang
Okay, balikan po natin mamaya ang linya ni Bombo Angelo Aganan, mga kabombo. At meanwhile, no, abangan din po ninyo mga alas 6 ng gabi. Ito hong ating regular newscast. Mas maraming mga balita ang ating pong bibigyang daan mamaya. Regular newscast pa rin po tayo, ano? Bombo Network News Evening Edition alas 6 po ng gabi hanggang alas 7 ho ng gabi para ho sa mga dagdag na mga balita. Including ito hong mga balitang hindi po nasasaklawan ng impeachment trial tulad po ng mga serye ng pagbaha sa iba't ibang bahagi ng ating bansa at yun pong epekto ho ng mga bagbahang ito at maging yung mga pagulan, tuloy-tuloy na pagulan sa iba't ibang bahagi po ng Pilipinas. So hanggang dito na lang ho siguro muna tayo, mga kabombo. No? Bukas ay babalik ko tayo, mga kabombo, sa ating pong special coverage. Alas 10 muli yan ng umaga. Sa kabila po ng panukala kanina ni Senator Mig Zubiri na baguhin muli yung schedule. Sa umaga sana ay yung regular session ng Senado at sa hapon, alas 3 ng hapon, ay ang impeachment trial. Pero pag-aaralan para ho yan ng Senado doon sa plenaryo. So wala pa rin pong pagbabago. Bukas, balik muli ang trial. Day number 4 o 15 tayo bukas, mga kabombo, para pa rin sa ating nagpapatuloy na coverage sa trial laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Mula rito sa News Center Makati, this is Bombo Radio Philippines, the #1 radio network in the country, your trusted source of news and information, Basta Radio. Bombo!